I saw something that annoyed me earlier today.
What, you? How?
When you're driving into Stage 5,
Me specifically?
there's that road here that you drive into in front of Stage 5, like when you come here to work.
Way to dox
and
us. We're on the road.
There's been perpetual confusion because of that roundabout. That's like a few blocks down. And now they have signs up along the street that say...
No one knows how to use a roundabout here.
No, it's comical every time I go through there. And now they have signs along the street that say like, do you have ideas how to fix this street? Text 311 or call 311, sorry. It's like, they don't know how to fix it. They're like, they're outsourcing ideas for how to fix the
roundabout?
No, not the roundabout. Between here and the roundabout, there's 2 different traffic signs that say, any ideas how to fix 51st Street? Call 311.
So are they saying the roundabout didn't work out?
I don't know what they're saying.
You get people going on the roundabout and then they stop on it.
Or they're in the lane where they can't exit, so they stop to try to change lanes and exit. It's like, it's a roundabout.
Yeah.
You can just keep going and get it the second time.
Also, chances are the outside lane is exiting next. So if you're on the inside, you could take the next. You could just go over on the next one.
I was talking to someone this weekend who they have a roundabout near their apartment, and they said they were trying to cross the street at this roundabout, and some woman decided she would try going the opposite direction in the roundabout.
Because you probably need to go left.
Because she didn't really understand how they just keep going in circles.
I saw, the other day I was driving here to work, I saw someone do that.
Oh my God.
I got it on my dash cam. They come into the roundabout and then they because it tries to route you to the right. They come to the right and then they just like start trying to turn left against traffic. Like, I don't know how you think that is the correct thing to do. And you can't make that turn. No. So they got stuck and then they had to do like that Austin Powers thing where they were going back and forth forever.
So what?
And so everyone was stuck in the roundabout.
Do you just not learn that in this country?
No,
you don't learn
roundabouts are not common here.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people who live in cities that do have roundabouts. We have very few in Austin.
Yeah. They're usually like really tiny, like residential. Because that's like a real roundabout. That's
it's
like
weird. In residential neighborhoods, in tiny residential neighborhoods where there's no room to have a roundabout, that's where we have roundabouts in Austin.
I don't understand why.
Mm-hmm.
It is strange.
They're so good. It means you don't have to stop at a light when no one's going.
But you do because everyone just hits that fucking circle and they all stop. Like I was behind a guy in the left lane trying to get on the roundabout coming here. And I was like, it was long enough to where it's like, go. Okay. All right. Now go.
How much?
And it was enough for me. I pulled around on the right and just went, just because I was like, got sick of it.
I was in the same situation and I honked at someone and they flipped me off.
Yeah.
It's like, you have had so many chances to go.
That is my pet peeve. When someone fucks up in front of you, you honk at them and they flip you off. It's like, you're the asshole in this situation. I'm not.
But they don't know that, so they think you're the asshole. It's just, and no one learns from the situation.
There's no rear honk. That's why. If Gavin invented cars, he would make a rear honk. I would make a honk, 2 honks. Like, hey honk and fucker honk.
So it's like a lift.
Like beep and
you could. I think the double honk is for the.
Beep, beep. Did you do the double honk?
No, I laid into it because they were taking.
Well, that's why you got flipped off.
Well, they should have gone. They had so many chances to go. It wasn't a hey go. It's fucker move.
I met Dan and Gav for lunch just recently, and there's like a little restaurant that's been in Austin forever, and it's got a little bit of parking lot out front. It's the Hyde Park Bar and Grill.
Oh yeah.
So it's got a little bit of parking in the front of the place, and then there's this narrow like alleyway street that goes around the side of it to the back where there's even more narrow parking.
There's dumpster parking.
Yeah, you park by the dumpster. But somebody had just parked their car in that narrow alleyway, and the door was open, and it was clear they were up in there doing something. And so I pulled up. Dan and Gav are waiting in front of the restaurant, and I'm just waiting there behind this car because I assume the person's about to come back. And Gav just goes, so what are you gonna do? You just sit here? You're not gonna honk for this person? As soon as he said that, I just held my horn and stared at Gavin.
He held it down so long that I had time to be like, and I like turned around and walked away, and you were just like, and the person comes out like, all right.
And then Gavin was upset with me. He called me out. I didn't hesitate for a second. As soon as Gav called me out, I just laid and held onto it.
I enjoyed it.
I will do that in traffic too, where
it was like a 10-second honk.
If I'm going and I see something happening on the other side of the street, I honk, even though I'm not involved with it, because I know they can't tell where the honk comes from. The other thing I do when there's a bunch of people around and nobody's going, I will just put my hand down below the windshield, like the bottom of the horn, hold it and honk, and then I go like this. I look around like, who's doing this?
like a stealth honk. How much of your life do you think you have wasted at a red light, a 4-way cross, what are they? I don't know, thingy, driving
intersection.
Thing. Yep. Where no one is going. And you're just sat at the red light and no car is going through and you could just be going if it was a roundabout. How much of your life total do you think you've wasted doing that?
Yeah, significant, especially like late at night when you're the only person at the intersection.
Yeah, it's like you can clearly see. Or when it's late at night and there's the light's green, but it's a red arrow and you're at the red arrow. You're like,
I don't believe in the red
see it.
arrow.
I can see it.
You either
What do you mean?
going left or going right?
Going left.
Okay. There's a red. The ways to fix 51st Street. Now that I know about the sign, I'm gonna text him.
Get rid of the red arrow.
Why do they have a red arrow?
Because it confuses everyone. Because you're allowed to turn right on a red typically,
Right.
But people are like, does that mean I am not allowed to turn right on a red if it's a red arrow?
And
What
we
is
should
the
point out
point?
in this intersection, it's a T intersection. You can only go right or left.
Right.
Right.
And then they have a red arrow, 2 of them.
Could you
Two red left and one red right.
They have
Is
a
that
red
it?
one going left, and then 2 reds going right.
that the way it
Here's
is?
the list of stuff.
makes no
because it's
sense.
2 lanes going right.
Here's a list of stuff you should do on a red light. Nothing. It's red light. It means don't go anywhere. The fact that you can drive forwards and go on a red light doesn't make any sense to me.
I took a left on a red onto a one-way, from a one-way to a one-way.
You're allowed to do that.
Are you? 'Cause
Yeah.
I think everyone just kind of makes
You could
that up.
on a red
You
light.
are
You could
allowed.
turn left from a one-way onto a one-way.
Yeah.
But that's the only exception.
If the one-way goes left, obviously. But yeah.
So
Obviously,
what-
we're talking about America, not
Is there a
places
light
where they drive the
that
opposite way.
actually means do nothing?
Like, just stop.
Like stop.
I would say a
the
red
red
light
light-
where there's no...
A red light if you're in a go straight or turn left lane.
Yeah, there's no... Yeah, because I think like a red light when you're in a left turn lane, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
And then
But once again, it's like it's contextual to where you are.
also, they
Red
used to-
doesn't mean stop.
They used to just put up a green, yield on green. Now they put up a blinking yellow.
I think
or
that's
something.
better.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blinking yellow because it's like
Specifically,
used car.
It's that same intersection.
Airport and 51st is what changed my mind about that. That intersection's a fucking nightmare. People going straight through the left turn lane.
Oh yeah.
So what you're saying? There's greens
Terrible.
where sometimes you don't go.
Yeah. When you left turn, you have a solid green. When you get a green arrow, then you can go.
Yeah. Well, this
Now-
is when
now-
you make it. When you learn to drive, you'll learn this.
This is probably why I shouldn't learn to drive because I'd just be so damn confused.
I'm just really
So-
impressed that you haven't picked up any of this. Like, you just get in the
You
car.
didn't even know the term intersection.
I saw.
No, when I'm in the car and there's a red light and no one's going, I'm like, what are we waiting for?
Honk your horn.
Why is it red?